Hello and welcome to your Washington, D.C. area real estate market report for July of 2026. I'm Edward Slavis with the Slavis Group of LPT Realty, and let us begin as always with interest rates. Interest rates unfortunately are trending back up in the wrong direction. We're now at just about 6.7% on our 3-month average here for 30-year fixed loans. The source for this is bank rate. A few caveats here. Our clients are seen still in the low sixes. We recently actually had a client that was pre-approved right at 6, which was great to see. So our clients are doing better than this, than the national average. However, it varies based upon your own circumstances, your credit, your debt to income, your ability to repay, etc. So if you're curious what you would qualify for, reach out. We're happy to introduce you to one of our preferred lenders. Now, new listings in the DC metro area, here you can see it going back to July of 2021, so back 5 years. As you can see, 2022, still a good high number of new listings. It's dropped back down and we haven't really recovered. Slightly higher in 24 and 25 than in 23, but it still remains to be seen where 2026 is going to land on the new listings. Overall, total volume is down around 40% though. Closed sales also down around 40%. Interestingly though, the ratio of listed to sold homes has been fairly consistent. So in 2021, which was a red hot market, for every 100 homes listed, 83 homes sold. Last year, for every 100 homes listed, 86 sold. Right now, as of through July 1st, we're at 80 to 100 sold to listed ratio. So down a little bit from 2023, 2024, but really consistent with where it was even in the red hot year of 2021. So the homes have the same likelihood of selling, which surprises a lot of people when I share that with them. Now, what's the effect on prices? Here is the median sale of all home types in Washington, D.C. for the last 5 years. And you can see it just keeps stepping up every spring. Resets, keep stepping up higher and higher. If we break it down to all property types, red being detached homes, yellow is condos, all of those are sloping upwards, okay? In the red hot year of 2021, July of 2021, the median sale was around 375. Now it is over 400,000 for condos. Price per square foot also trending upwards. Some of these lines the last 2 or 3 years have been relatively flat, but every single line is higher now than it was 5 years ago. Again, median price per square foot of the homes that successfully sold. Months of supply, these are also trending up. However, I want to point out a few things. One, anything below 1 month of supply is a red hot seller's market. So we have several of these that are reaching their 5-year highs right now at 2 or 2.5 months of supply. That is still a good, strong market. Anything below 2 is a seller's market. 2.5, you're starting to get more in the balanced market territory. So even condos, relatively the weakest market, that's just at 4 months of supply. That's not a bad market. A buyer's market, yes, but that's not a terrible market. There are plenty of other cities that would love to have only 4 months of supply for their condos. What matters though is the sub-market, and we show these same 2 slides every single month to give you an idea of just how much it differs. If you ask me in Washington, D.C., how's the market, I have to reply, what market? If you were a seller in AU Park with a detached home, you can see there have been 3 data points in the last 5 years that were above 2 months of supply. It was up 1 month and then right back down below that 2-month mark. Anything below 1 month, red hot seller's market. Anything below 2 months is a seller's market. So for detached homes in AU Park, still as hot of a market as it's ever been. Far more buyers than there are sellers. In Trinidad for condos, we're back up to 15 months of supply. That would mean if no new condos came on the market, just the condos currently listed, it would take until, it would take until Halloween of next year to sell just what's on the market today. So in Trinidad, you can't give away condos. That's how it feels. So when a seller says, how's the market? I first say, what market are you talking about? What neighborhood? And then is it a detached home, row home, condo? What's the condition? What are the features, amenities, etc.? But I would not go based upon a broader market statistic like we shared earlier. The reason why we share those, incidentally, is because people always talk about the DC market and how they're hearing all this negative news. On a macro level, the market is doing very, very well. What's most important for you, however, is the micro market. So what does all this mean? Yes, rates are high. For how long, we don't know. Rates right now are trending in the wrong direction. Most analysts believe it's being driven in large part by high oil prices, back above $100 a barrel. Those were coming down because we thought we had ceasefire in Iran. Your guess is as good as mine, but I think we will have to have some stability with oil prices. Means some stability in the oil market, oil prices coming down before we see the Fed lower interest rates. So we want to keep our eye on that. The market is slower, yes, about 40% total volume, but homes are still selling, and the chance that a home listed today sells is really just as high as it was 5 years ago when we had record low interest rates in a red hot market. As we were saying, the micro market, that's a tongue twister, the micro market matters more than the market. So even within a zip code, the average data could be meaningless. We really, really want to dial it in there, okay? I would, however, assume it's a buyer's market. I think this is the best time to be a buyer in years and years because buyers, there's more inventory. It's sitting on the market longer. Buyers have more leverage. From the seller side, however, remember prices per square foot are just as high as ever. If your home is properly prepared, priced, and marketed, you will still get that price you want. We just can't take it for granted. If you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell in the Washington, D.C. metro area, we'd love to be a resource for you. Feel free to reach out. You can reach out on our website, slavisgroup.com, or our full info directly below this video. Thank you for watching. Take care.